Welcome to the Ritual Notes, your devotional audio sanctuary. Come in. Let your shoulders loosen. Let the day slip off your skin. Breathe with me and sink into this ritual that's just for you. The candles haven't burned down yet. Their flames are low, steady, soft pools of gold that breathe with me. The room smells slightly of amber and myrrh as the oil against my skin clings faintly to the air like a memory. I move slowly. Everything feels slower now, like time itself is exhaling. This is how I close the year, one quiet movement at a time. If you were here, would you be watching from the edge of the bed? Would you let your eyes trace the glow of my skin beneath the candlelight? Not in hunger, but in awe. Would you feel the stillness between us? The kind that asks for nothing but presence. I start with my thong, the smallest thing, and yet it feels like the first stitch in a story. The fabric cool at first, then warming as it meets my skin. A reminder that even the simplest coverings can be a ritual of care. I pull it up slowly, letting it settle against me, grounding me in this moment. The oil makes the lace glide easily, skin and fabric meeting like two soft sighs. Do you ever think about how something so ordinary, the act of getting dressed, can feel sacred when it's done with intention? When you give it breath, light, and gratitude? I do. Tonight, every movement is a prayer. I reach for my bra next, lace again, warm from my hands. The candlelight catches the sheen of it, and for a moment I pause. This piece, this act, it's not for display, it's for remembrance. I fasten it slowly, feeling the gentle pull, the embrace. It's like being held by the year itself, by all the moments that carried me here. Every clasp feels like forgiveness. Every breath that follows, release. If you were here, what would you be reflecting upon right now? What would you thank your own year for? Would you thank the parts that hurt? Would you let forgiveness rest on your tongue softly and quietly like mine does now? I run my hands along the edge of the bra, smoothing it into place, tracing my collarbone. The scent of the oil rises again, the amber and the myrrh, and something faintly sweet like the end of a song. I whisper to myself without meaning to. I forgive. I soften. I am ready. The suspenders come next. They feel like intention made visible. Each strap a promise to hold what matters. I attach them carefully, listening to the faint clicks, the sound delicate and sure. One by one they fall into place, framing my body, connecting the pieces, structure around softness, order around surrender. Do you ever crave that balance? That space between yielding and holding firm? The body knows how to find it. Mine always does, especially here in this quiet hour of closing. The stockings follow. Sheer, fragile things, yet they make me feel strong. I roll one up slowly, the fabric whispering against my skin. My hands glide over the oil's faint sheen. The material catches the candlelight, glowing faintly with each movement. I take my time. This is how I mark the passage of time, inch by inch, breath by breath. Would you help me if you were here? Would you take one stocking from my hands, trace the curve of my calf and pull it gently upward? Would you feel the rhythm of it, the slow surrender of silk to skin? I smile at the thought, but I stay silent, moving with the same care. Each touch feels deliberate, devotional. I smooth the last edge into place, connect the suspenders and let my hands rest for a moment on my thighs. The air feels cool against the thin fabric, the candlelight warmer still. I breathe. I am grateful. There is something about this ritual, this slow dressing that makes reflection feel tangible. Every layer feels like a conversation with the self. What will I take with me into the new year? What will I let fall away like the year's old skin? I reach for my white satin jumpsuit, the final piece. It shimmers like water when I lift it, a soft pool of ivory and cream. I hold it for a moment, admiring the weight, the elegance, the quiet beauty of it. This is not armor, it's completion. Sliding into it feels like stepping into stillness. The satin cools my skin before warming again. A second skin, a closure. I pull the fabric up over my hips, over the softness of my belly, guiding it across my chest and shoulders until it rests perfectly against me. Do you feel that too? That sense of readiness that comes after reflection, when you've looked back long enough, forgiven enough, softened enough to finally breathe again. That's what this feels like. The fabric drapes around me like the night itself, quiet, endless, and full of peace. I smooth my palms over my body, down the length of my arms, over my hips. I feel whole. The candles burn low now. The scent of amber and myrrh lingers, weaving through the air like another memory. My reflection in the mirror glows, not because of the light, but because of the calm. If you were here, standing behind me, what would you see? Would you notice how the body changes when it's touched with gratitude? Would you see the ease that comes after forgiveness? Would you see a woman at peace with her own becoming? I take one last look at the flame nearest me, its slow dance, its soft hum. It reminds me that endings are never really endings. They're quiet beginnings waiting in disguise. I whisper to myself, and perhaps to you, I am thankful. I am ready to rest. I am enough. I forgive. I soften. I release. I run my fingers down the line of the satin over the heart that beats beneath. The year bows its head, and so do I. There is nothing left to prove, only this: the stillness, the softness, the breath of candlelight against my skin. If you were here, I'd turn to you now. I'd ask you to breathe with me, slow, deep, and grateful. To feel the peace that hums between the layers, between the years, between us. Together we would stand in this golden quiet and whisper one last truth to the closing year. Thank you for every ending that became a beginning, for every ache that softened into wisdom, for every breath that brought me here. I am whole. I am home. I am peace. And with that, I blow out the candle. The flame fades, and the year exhales its final sigh. Thank you for sinking into this ritual with me. If you'd like to read the written version or experience the live ritual, everything is waiting for you in the links in my bio. And if you want more rituals, more softness, more moments like this, you can subscribe before you go. Until next time, move gently.